Well, welcome back to Big Dog Repair. Today, on the table, we have a Toro recycler. Now, it's a 22-inch cut, and it's front-wheel drive. This is a guaranteed to start 6.75, 149 cc's. Made by Kohler, the engine is. So, let's tear it apart and see what's wrong with it, because obviously somebody got rid of it. Hold on. Okay, before I start, I want to say thank you to Bruce from Bruce's shop. He was out in Mexico for a few months, and I liked the shirt that he was wearing, and I said, see if you could find me one. He was nice enough to send me one. It's called Juan Deere, not John Deere, Juan Deere. And it's a picture of a donkey, front and back. So, if you feel it in your heart to subscribe to Bruce's shop. He's a very nice fella, and he does some great work on push mowers, chainsaws, and a few other things. Check him out on Bruce's shop. All right, this Toro recycler, guaranteed to start, 6 3/4 horsepower, made by Kohler. 149 cc's. Yeah. So somebody tossed this out. I did already clean it up, so all that junk is off of the deck. What did I want to say? Somebody spoiled the oil dipstick. If you look at the dipstick threads, they're all screwed up. You cannot tighten it. So I ended up going out and buying a new one, a new dipstick. The dipstick is $10. There's the numbers. Oh. All right, we're going to put the new dipstick on once we start working on this. All right, let's see. We have to take the cover off. Yeah, let's take the cover off. 10 millimeter nuts right up here. So we got this 10 millimeter socket on the end of this drill. Let's check it out. There's one. There's two. There's three. All right, that's just for the recoil right now. Let's get a magnetic. All right, there's three. Our recoil. Oh, that rope looks good. The dogs are coming out. I'll tell you what, we're just going to hit it with a little bit of coil. Going to hit it with a little bit of coil to keep it free. This is cryo. Sometimes it's hard to get. So if you could find it, I would recommend getting it. We're going to spray it right inside these holes here. Lubricate it a little bit, you know. Probably hasn't been done since day one. Okay, let it hang here and drip dry. All right, let's take this top cover off. Be careful, because there are these spacers There's 3 of these spacers right there. You lose one of those spacers, you'll be pretty mad. A little dirty, we'll clean that up. Get yourself a little magnet to put all your stuff on so you don't lose it. Wipe down things that you can wipe down at the time you take it apart. Be less cleaning later. Some people say, well, why do that? Maybe the machine's no good. Well, maybe not. But I'll tell you what. These parts you can sell because people do break them, crack them, things like that. So you'll have them on hand and they'll be clean. All right, what do we got here? We have the armature. Let's check for spark, see how the spark does. We'll put our spark detector on it. Let's see, I want to put this like this. All right. We're going to put 19 millimeter socket on one of these crankers here. It'll allow you to crank the machine, but if it backfires, it'll spin back. So let's put that on. Okay, we need a... All right, so we'll see if they get spark. Probably the wrong thing to use. Let's get a drill. We have a clamp on top of the handlebars there, so it releases the brake. All right, so it's flashing green. That means there is spark. Very good. So we know we have spark. Let's take the spark plug out. And because this is a Kohler, it has that weird spark plug wrench type, which is 11/16. And it doesn't come in any of your spark plug sets. So you have to use a regular 11/16 socket. Be careful you don't break the plug. Alright, let's take that out. Now, I did go into the numbers on these this machine, and it told me to get spark plugs, and I bought them, but they're not the right ones. They tell you on the site let's see, I went to e-replacement parts, and on their site they told me to get the BKR6ES, but no way are they the same plug, because the BKR6ES has 14 millimeter threads. The Kohler plug has the smaller threads on it, so you have to be careful. They tell you this is the replacement plug, but it's not. So this plug here, if you look at it, there's nothing wrong with it. We're going to re-gap it and reuse it. These here will be, I guess, for some other machine at some other time that I bought. E-replacement parts, guess what? You're wrong. Okay. Now, what we want to do is see if there's compression. What we're going to do is get our compression tester. Alright. Now our compression tester has a series of all different size threads and all the different connections. So we're going to use a short connection and the small threads that come with it. So what we do is we put the adapter on this here. Put it in the hole. Tighten it up in the hole. Put our compression tester on. Let's see if I can set it up so you can see it. Come on. Let's go. Really? Hold on here. I wanted you to be able to see. Okay. So now we'll go ahead and crank her up with the drill. See what kind of compression we got. What do we got? 160, almost 170 psi. I would call that excellent. All righty then. Pressure test, compression test came out good. Now we can put our tester away. $175, that's great compression. And we got good spark, got good compression. Well, all I could see wrong is it's got a lot of rust on it. What we'll do is we'll take off the armature and take the tank off, get rid of the gas that's in it. I'm going to put the new plug in because I don't want oil all over the place. Nice. The old plug can go back in the bag, and that'll be up to be tossed away. All right, let's see, our spark plug. What's the gap on the plug? 30, right on the money. 30 is great. So it's a gap to the right gap. Now for those of you that don't have one of these gappers for your spark plug, and you don't have any type of feeler gauge or anything, tell you what, you go get yourself a couple business cards, put them together, and that's your gap. All right, so you don't need to get a checker or whatever, you got it. Or you can take one of the one business card, fold it over, and there you go. Thank you, Bald Eagle 242, for being my subject of gapping a spark plug. All right, we'll put that aside. Now, what we want to do is take the armature off because we want to polish the ends and everything so it has good ground and all that. And yeah, we'll take it to the wire wheel. Need a 10 millimeter. Okay. See if I can find another 1/2 inch. Let's take these posts off. All right. I'm going to disconnect the wire, the ground wire. And there we go. We got the armature out. If you look at it, we're going to clean up these posts, both here, and on both sides, here and here. We're going to clean the flywheel on both sides, the magnet. They say it doesn't matter if it's dirty or whatever, but you know what? I like it clean. Okay. Let's see. There's a 10 millimeter in back of there. Get that out too. Okay. What we're going to need is something to clamp off the gas flow, and we're going to have to take some of those clamps off. Okay, where are you? Where's my flat? So we have a breather hose on top, and the gas is the bottom one. So we'll clamp the bottom one off. Let's take the air filter out. Oh boy. This air filter, terrible. Terrible, I say. So, we have another air filter. X0029YB3Q1 to replace it. Brand new. To replace the old. We'll also clean everything. There's two 10 millimeters back here holding. And this diverter here is the plastic piece that diverts your air your afterburning air back into the carburetor. So we'll clean that too. Let's take the two 10 millimeters off. Alright, there's these bushings in the back too. Be careful you don't lose them. Alright, so we'll take the breathers off. There's a breather for the gas tank and a breather for the afterburn. The what's inside the engine. Let's take those off. Well, this one came off there. Okay, and we'll clean that too. Now, we'll put that back over here so we know that's that end has to go back in. So now's a good time, if you're going to take apart anything, take a picture of it. So make sure you know how it goes back together. Because some of these things are quite the problem to put back together. We're going to take the carburetor off, so we got to take the clamp off of here. Come on. Well, okay. Take that right off. There you go. There's any gas in it, it'll be just a little bit. Alright. Not bad. Alright, so now to take this carburetor off, you have this choke that when it heats up from the muffler, it puts it into choke, and when it well, actually it's in choke when it's cold, and once the muffler heats up, it'll take it out of choke. So this is one thing that we want to be careful we don't screw it up. So we'll take the muffler, the carburetor off. What we want to probably do is take it right off of the muffler first. Again, 10 millimeter. Woof. Whoa. Okay, where's my drill? magnet go? There we go. Take this off. Remember how it goes back on. Now you can slide the carburetor towards yourself. Now on these carburetors, there's a slot on the top here for your governor control throttle. You have to position that slot so it's facing the rod itself. And then just pick up on it. Then you have the little spring here too, which has a little hole on the side that you want to put that back on. So now taking the linkage off for the what do you call it, the choke, you want to pull the carburetor off, and it's just a hook type linkage, and put it back on so you know which way it goes back on. So we have our carburetor. Look how filthy it is. We're going to go ahead and we're going to clean it, and we're going to ultrasonic it, and then we'll bring and put it back. There's so many videos on cleaning carburetors that I'm not going to show you, that I'm going to clean this one, how to clean it. So we'll be back when I'm done. Okay, this video is getting a little long in the tooth. I think what I'm going to do is call it quits for now. And part 2 will be next week or the week after. I do have a lot of work, like washing all these parts and everything, cleaning the flywheel, cleaning the armature, cleaning underneath the deck. Maybe I'll show you some of that too next week. So this is Hank saying over and out for now.